In a land where the skies were always bright and the mountains touched the heavens, there lived a brave young man named Arslan. He had a heart of gold, and his love for a girl named Iram was known far and wide. Iram was kind and graceful, with a smile that could light up the darkest days. They were inseparable, promising to protect each other no matter what. One day, while they were walking near the forest, a roar echoed through the valley. The ground trembled as a massive figure emerged. It was King Kong, towering and fearsome. Arslan sat quietly beneath a towering tree in the dense jungle, the sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls surrounding him. His eyes gazed longingly at the horizon, where the sun dipped behind thick green foliage. His mind wandered back to Aram, her laughter echoing in his thoughts. A pang of longing hit him. He missed her terribly. He closed his eyes for a moment, wishing she was there with him, sharing the peace of the jungle that felt empty without her presence.
The shadows grew, a curse awakened, but his love stayed true. With a sword in hand, he faced the night. To save her soul, he braved the fight. Arslan runs through the dark and the wild, for Iram's smile, for her gentle style. Love and courage, hand in hand, he fights for her in a cursed land. No beast too strong, no mountain too high, for Iram's love, he touched the sky.
But just when Arslan thought it couldn't get worse, a giant panda, fierce and wild, appeared alongside King Kong. They had both come to capture Aram, driven by a curse that had turned them into guardians of the enchanted forest. Aram was taken away swiftly by the beasts, leaving Arslan devastated but determined. He knew he couldn't waste any time. With a sword in hand and courage in his heart, Arslan ventured into the forest. The trees whispered warnings, but he pushed forward, thinking only of Aram. When he reached the beast's lair, King Kong pounded his chest, roaring a challenge. The panda stood ready, its eyes filled with an unnatural fury. Arslan knew he had to fight both at the same time. There was no backing down now. With incredible speed, Arslan dodged King Kong's massive fists, rolling to the side just in time to block a strike from the panda's sharp claws. He slashed his sword at the panda, forcing it back, then jumped onto King Kong's arm, climbing to its shoulder. The giant tried to shake him off, but Arslan was swift, driving his sword into its side. The panda lunged, but Arslan flipped over its back, landing gracefully. He swung his sword again, this time hitting the panda's arm, making it retreat. Arslan's movements were a blur, fueled by his love for Aram. With one final powerful strike, he managed to knock both creatures down. Panting but victorious, Arslan rushed to Aram's side, freeing her from the chains of the curse. She looked up at him, tears in her eyes, but she smiled, knowing she was safe. "You came for me," Aram whispered. "Always," Arslan replied, holding her close. As they walked out of the forest, the curse lifted, and the once fearsome King Kong and Panda turned back into gentle creatures of the wild, free from their enchanted rage. Arslan and Aram left the forest hand in hand, their love stronger than ever, and the story of Arslan's brave fight spread through the kingdom, becoming a legend of courage and love.